What's good, everybody? So Jordan and Nike literally said F them kids, bro. I saw this, somebody sent it to my DM, and I just thought it was the dumbest thing ever, and it made no sense. And literally the only reason that I could think of logically why they would even do this is literally to make more money. So we're gonna get into it. So Nike is changing their kids' footwear sizing, which may increase prices for some. So if you aren't really familiar with like the children's sizing, it goes toddler, preschool, and then grade school. So toddler is 4C to 10C, which is going to be the cheapest, and then preschool is 11Y or 11C to 3Y, and then grade school is 3.5 to 7Y, which is the most expensive. So what they're doing is that they're changing it. So this right here is the original size. So originally it would be 1C to 10C right here. So this is usually like $70, and then this is like the preschool. Usually there's not really half sizes, but for the most part it's 11 to 3Y, and then this is usually around like $85. And then the big kids, which is just grade school, 3.5 to 7Y, which is the most expensive, and it really just depends on the shoe of how much it is. But they're changing it to where that 8C and 10C is going to go from the toddlers to the preschool. So basically 8C, 9C, and 10C, you're going to have to pay more. And then 1Y to 3Y is going to be considered in grade school sizing, which also, so that means that you're also going to have to pay more. You're going to pay grade school sizing for preschool sizing of those original shoes. So if you have kids, you know, this sucks. This really sucks, because their whole purpose in doing this was to say that it's to help with sizing issues and to eliminate any type of confusion. And working at a retail store, I feel like preschool and toddlers and grade school have kind of like the least amount of confusion, because you honestly, like, you really know what your kid wears. Especially with the kid, more than likely you're going to try them on, and then worst case scenario, if they're too big, they're going to grow into them, you know, in the next week or so. So this is literally, I feel like this is a terrible move on Nike. So let's just read the article and see what they have to say. But that's just my initial overview of the whole thing. I really think that it is stupid, and it literally only makes sense for them to gain more money, because I've never really heard like anybody like complain about the difference between preschool, toddler, and grade school. Now, the only, like, I guess I've heard, like, just working at a Champs or Shoe Palace, like, say someone's trying to buy a gift or something, they don't really know the specific term. Like, even me, like, sometimes I get confused the difference between preschool and toddler, but I'll just say the number of what I need. So if I'll say 10C, it doesn't really matter if I tell them preschool or toddler. They'll bring me out a 10C, and I'll pay the toddler price, right? They're focusing on the sizing, which it really doesn't make sense, but we're gonna read what they're saying. So some swift changes are coming to the Nike size ranges for anyone 7Y and under, and it could cause your child's sizes to rise in price. According to an internal document shared by this guy right here on Twitter, Nike is shifting their kid size ranges for their 3 categories: big kids, little kids, and toddlers, in an effort to reduce confusion for consumers. However, this change has forced the upper range of smaller sizing into a bigger one, which may potentially raise prices of certain sizes. Based on the document above, so the ones that this right here I just showed you guys, big kids, little kids, and toddlers are being officially renamed to grade school, preschool, and toddler, respectively. However, sizes 1Y to 3Y were previously part of the little kids size category, but are now grouped under grade school size. Similarly sized 8C to 10C were once under the toddler category, but are now grouped under preschool. This may affect those who were once sized 1Y to 3Y or 8C to 10C, as the price difference between the kid sizing categories can be drastic. For example, the upcoming Jordan 4 Military Blue is priced at $160 for big kids, $100 for little kids, and $85 for toddlers. So basically everything, so say your daughter or your son wears a 1Y. So instead of paying literally like a baby size price, the 100, you're gonna be paying $160. So say you're a mom, right? Say you're a mom and you have a kid. The mom wears a 7Y, and then you have, you know, I don't have kids, so I don't know what age they would be when they get around that size. But say her daughter, whatever age, is a 1Y. She's gonna have to pay $160 twice for her daughter and herself. That's literally ridiculous, right? That's terrible. So which means your child size could suddenly spike in price for future Jordan Retros and other Nike shoe releases. As of the publishing of the article, Nike has already begun this new size structure with kids products currently up on Nike.com. And that's it for the article. But I do want to speak on a lot of things. So one, it wasn't, I guess it's not technically confirmed if they're going to do that. Maybe if we go to Nike, actually let's see, because they just said that Nike has some stuff on there. But I was going to say, they haven't confirmed if the price range will stay the same, which honestly I think they'll still do it. Yeah, see, look, they already put into effect. So let's just see. Hopefully they have like some Jordans on here. So it kind of, okay, let's see these. Cause I was gonna say I could see them. Okay, so these are still 3.5Y to 7Y, but I'm pretty sure these came out after or before the fact that they came up with this new rule. But let's try and find something that I guess the Pandas will be okay, because they already have these in rotation. Okay, so everything seems to still be 3.5 to 7Y. But see, on here it still has the 1Y on here. So maybe trying to look at something that came like pretty recent. I don't know. Wait, let's sort by the newest. Okay, these are just in. So let's see if they have the different sizing on here. Nope, it's still 3.5Y to 7Y. So I really don't I don't know where the 1Y would come in, because as you can see, that's where it's telling me if I wanted a 1Y, I would go to Big Kids. So that's what I was saying. It wasn't official that they would change the prices on it. So I don't know if it's just like a category thing where they put the one, like, you know what I'm saying, just for like name wise, because that's the only thing where I can see a consumer getting confused at, because again, that is a little bit confusing, especially if you don't really have kids or you don't really buy that sizing frequently. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, you know, if you're a guy or a man, you know, you wear a size 13, you know you're gonna get a size 13 every time. You don't have to worry about the different classifications of the certain sizes, but for you to raise the price just over like name confusion, I feel like that's really being greedy, because before they had unisex sizing, before they had women's sizing, and I don't think the pricing wasn't, well, technically it was different, because unisex, it was just like that whole size range it was basically like kids and slightly women's sizes, but then they just changed it to women's. But obviously if you pay for a women's shoe, that's basically like the same as a men's minus like maybe $10 or $20 compared to like grade school, which is like maybe like $50 cheaper. So I just think overall this is really stupid. I think it's very greedy of Nike, but then at the end of the day, it's like you can't really do anything about it. So really, honestly, I feel like this hurts people more than it helps, because again, it doesn't really change anything, because all they're doing is shifting a couple of sizes to a different category, and the names are basically the same, right? Like literally so it went from, and nobody even calls it little kids. I guess technically in the stores they do, but it's toddler, preschool, and grade school. So like, this wasn't really a change. I feel like people were already calling this, because that's what I always referred it to. Even when I worked at the stores, that's what I referred it to. So again, they're just trying to find cheap ways to increase their money. Like I said, Nike and Jordan, they're doing really bad in this economy, because again, they're really just focused on retros, just like remaking the same stuff, and they thought that just mass producing everything was going to be the solution, and realistically it stabbed them in the back and it just hurt their own. So now they're doing cheap gimmicks like this just to get some extra money and try and compete with these other brands. So yeah, I feel bad for anybody who has kids or is about to have kids. You know, that sucks. I don't got no kids, so I'm cooling. You feel me? I'm cooling. You know, outside looking in, I feel bad for y'all. To all the you know what I'm saying, the good parents out there about trying to buy their kids some good sneakers. But yeah, I ain't got no kids, so this really don't affect me. But I do see the bad in it, and it definitely does more bad than good. So let me know what y'all think about this, man. I really don't think this is fair at all. So yeah, man, let me know what you think about Nike, man. Are they just trying to get y'all money or what? So with that being said, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.